up, everybody? This seat right here?
Yeah, good. Golden.
How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Any pressure?
Nah, man, I'm chilling.
No. Just pressure doing the movie as a whole, just kind of.
No. I mean, there is a sense of like you want it to be good. You know, you hope that the fans love it, and you don't know. You don't know. You know, like I know I liked it. I know our team at DC liked it. I know our team at Warner Brothers liked it. You know, the script was really strong. You know, when they handed it to me, James Tucker, our executive producer, worked out a lot of the kinks already. You know, so it was exciting. It was like, yo, I get to do this. You know what I mean? So there's no pressure in that sense. I mean, the pressure is getting it done on time and under budget. You know, which I don't think we were under budget. It's huge. It's a huge movie. But just getting it in on time, you know, getting the movie out, that's where the pressure is. Now you just get to relax and talk about it, you know, so in that sense.
So Hush the comic has a really distinct art style, but the film is like a part of an established series of films with its own sort of look and feel. So how do you sort of toe the line between capturing one and the other?
Yeah, so that's probably the most difficult part about it. I've been getting that question a lot. Like, what's the hardest part? And that was it. How in the world are you going to tell a story that everybody knows, you know? But also, we have our own cinematic universe. So how is this going to fit in? So when I got the script, I saw how they did it. I'm like, this is great. I think everybody's going to be pleasantly surprised. I hope you guys like, you know, what we did. But it was a lot of fun, and I think that if you are putting a character through, you know, putting these characters through their paces, showing them in dramatic moments that tell a story. I think if you do that right, no matter what, it's gonna be cool, you know. But yeah, so that was the most difficult part.
Is this your first movie for DC?
It's the first movie I directed. I directed another film that's coming after this, which I don't think that they've announced. Yeah, which is weird because it was almost 2 years ago. I can't tell you. Well done, though. Well done. But this is the first one I've directed. I was the head of story, starting with Gotham by Gaslight. Sam Liu's my mentor, put me through the ringer. And yeah, this one they called me into the office and was like, we're gonna give you Hush, and I hit the ceiling because I was trying to break into comics when the comic came out, and I really like Jim Lee a lot. So just trying to like learn how to tell visual stories while looking at the comic has always been a part of me. So it was like full circle, going from comics to animation.
So once you found out that you got Hush, how did you approach it in your head? You've got the book, you've got people around you like Jim Lee and others.
Yeah.
What do you do first? How do you absorb it?
Well, I think that while you want to try to keep, you know, the iconic stuff from the comic, you want to tell the story that's on the page. You know, if you try to deviate too much, you'll run into lots of problems, you know. So a lot of like from the trailer, you can kind of see some of the iconic scenes from the comic, like Batman kissing Catwoman. We wanted to make sure like that was in there, but at the same time, to me, like your composition should follow the narrative. You should set the shot up the way that the story needs to be told for that dramatic moment. So we approached it in that sense, and then we just let the chips fall, you know. But you want to get a strong story out compositionally just based on the script, you know. But you know, I know that comic backwards and forwards, every damn line I know it, you know. So there are some things in there where you're like, I recognize that, you know. But for the most part, we just tried to follow the narrative that was in the script.
Yeah. What did you have to cut out of it that you missed the most? Wish you could say?
A lot of Geoffrey's lines. He played the Riddler, and it was a blast. You don't really have the direct actors that are that good, but there was a lot of stuff. We were running over time, you know, and there was a lot of stuff that kind of wasn't moving the story forward. But that's one of the biggest things I wish we could have kept. A lot of his really funny lines. He's a blast. He's a lot of fun. Is there anything else? No, the script was pretty tight. So in terms of other like action scenes or whatever, I think what we got was pretty good. So.
And if you could adapt any DC property that hasn't been done in the animated series before, what would it be and why?
I think that my dream would be No Man's Land.
Ooh.
Right,
that's pretty. Yeah,
3 movies, huge movies. That would be insane. Cassandra Cain's one of my favorite characters, and she made her like she came out of that storyline. I think that would be really cool. And I've heard, you know, in the echoes of the studio that people have been asking for that, you know, for a while. But I think for right now they're not interested. So one of these days, though, I would love to do that. It's a dream.
Would you like to do any of the Suicide Squad stuff? Because I actually enjoyed both of those movies and this whole movie universe.
Yeah. So the animated film was, I thought that was pretty fun. What did I do? I think I was ahead of story on that one too.
Both of them, or just the first one?
The first one. No, not Assault. I came in after that. The latest one. That came out.
The one with the first flash.
Yeah, I was ahead of story on that one. Those were cool. Yeah, that would be fun. I feel like we haven't explored everything that story could be, you know, because for the movie, it wasn't as much of an origin story as for the animated movie, it wasn't as much of an origin story like the live action. And so I felt like we were going into this, you know, more stories with them, you know, with Amanda Waller as like their boss or whatever, sending them on missions. That would be a lot of fun.
That's a good question on that one. Whose idea was it to use Reverse Flash from Flashpoint?
Probably James.
Okay.
Probably James.
That was a genius idea.
He's a brilliant writer.
Yeah,
he's a brilliant writer. He'll sit there and he'll be like, you know what this needs is this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Take that. And while I'm sitting there, I'll just start coming up with ideas. And then I'll go back and then bring in, he's like, no, I was thinking like this, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think it was James. He's a genius. He's a genius.
I didn't see that coming. I was like, what's he here? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was a good move. That was fun. So,
as director, do you drive the timeline and how long it takes to put everything together, or is that a collaborative effort between multiple roles?
It does end up being a collaborative effort. We do have a certain amount of footage that we can draw. So the first job is to wrangle all my artists to get it in, you know, for the time we're making the animatic, you know, just get it in on time. And then James and I and our editor, we sit there and we watch it, you know, and James is like, you know, man, this moment should be more dramatic. And James knows every single square inch of the script, you know. It's like, God, that moment felt a little flat, we can do this and blah, blah, blah. So we leave out of the editing room with a plan, you know, and it's just a back and forth to bring the vision alive. But yeah, that part is a lot of fun. You're just trimming fat off, you know, like what is the scene about? What's the story? Who is Bruce or Selena in the scene? And how can we bring that out more? It's a lot of fun. It's a blast.
Who would you say has your favorite story or journey in this film, character-wise?
Probably Selena. I love it when characters bring the humanity out of characters, and she does that for Bruce Wayne. You know, Bruce Wayne, the line between him and Batman is blurred. You know, like, is he Batman or is he Bruce? You know, I would say he's more Batman than anything. But you see a lot of his humanity in this movie, and she brings that out of him. But she's a very interesting character. Like, is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? You know, like, what is she in this canon? And she toes the line between both of those a lot. And to me, that's a lot of fun to play with. It's a whole lot of fun. And putting her on screen that she's messing with Batman, you know, and touring the line into being a bad guy, it's a lot of fun. It's a blast. So she's my favorite, I think.
Do you see yourself kind of parlaying and doing live action stuff?
That's the goal, you know, when I set out. I only started drawing, which is interesting enough. With the 1989 Batman film, my uncle sent me the making of book. Okay. And I'm like, look how much art is in film, because I wanted to be Steven Spielberg. That was my goal. And I'm like, if I can draw, then I can make movies, you know. So that's, 30 years, here I am, you know, as an artist who directs, you know. So the goal is to go into more live action, but I'll tell whatever story is good, you know, whatever medium that comes my way. Like, whatever is the best medium to tell that particular story, I think I'll do it all. You know, but I would love to make, you know, live action features.
So you work with some of the biggest names right now in animation, Sam Lee, James Tucker.
Yeah, Bruce. Those guys. Yeah.
So maybe do you have some advice for some young up-and-comers so they can get to where you're at?
Yeah, if it was, okay, I always say to myself, like, man, I wish I would have learned how to write first before I started to focus more on, like, drawing, art style, all that stuff. The writing is the key, you know. Sitting down as a storyboard artist, I can draw Batman kicking the crap out of Joker all day long, but it gets boring. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why is he doing this thing? And, you know, what is the story that you're trying to tell? Where are you trying to put this character to bring out the most dramatic moment? That's the most important thing. So focus on writing, focus on telling a narrative story. I think that's the best thing you can do if you're trying to break down. Boy, I have no more words left.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
for your time.
absolutely. I hope you guys enjoy it. Are you gonna get to see it? You guys all get to see it, right?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, there's 2 shows
Okay.
tonight.
Okay, great. Awesome. All right, cool, man. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.